the system that I use, how I trade, is what I want to share with you today. And my system is based on, is a 50-50 kind of principle. What I mean by that is that it is based on two things, technical and fundamental, and they are both 50-50. Technical is not above fundamental, and fundamental is not above technical. The way I see the market, I see the market in both direction, and the work, I make sure the market, they are in sync. I mean, the technical and the fundamental are in sync before I take any trade, before I enter any market. And that is exactly what I want to show to you in this video. And I believe if you understand the concept and you stick to it, okay, and you practice it and you stick to it and you practice it out, you are definitely going to be profitable. Although there is another third part of my trading strategy, which has to do with risk management. The way I risk my capital or my fund is completely in the professional side of things. So maybe in my next video I will talk about how I do risk my capital, how I handle risk management. But for the meantime, let's look at the fundamental, how to address market or approach market, both in the fundamental and technical aspect of things, just like the way I do it. So let's go to my computer screen now and see things out. However, before we go to my computer screen, computer screen quickly, I want to say this: if you want to join my mentorship class and become professional and become dependent on yourself by trading fully, you may want to consider taking my mentorship class. It is actually not too expensive. Just check the link in my bio. You will see my Telegram link there. So just message me on Telegram. I will get to you, and then you can put my strategy into use. And if you don't want to join my mentorship class, it's not by fault. I believe you can learn everything on this YouTube channel. All you just have to do is to subscribe. Okay, you just have to subscribe and like the video, and then click the notification bell so that whenever I drop videos or try to show you some tips and tricks right here and there that I use in the market to capture good trade, you will get to learn them. You get to see and learn these tricks and tips, and then for you to be a very, very consistent trader, profitable trader. So let's go to my computer screen and check things out. All right, guys. So we are on my computer screen. So let me quickly explain to you how this system works. Okay. So we are going to first of all start with the fundamental aspect of things. Then after the fundamental, we'll move to then I will talk about the technical aspect and how I use everything together. So I will be using three different assets to explain my point. I'll be using oil, I will be using gold, okay, and then I will be using the indices. So let me start with the oil actually. So when it comes to fundamental, what I do or what I will encourage you to do is this, because I know a lot of people overlook the importance of fundamental. And when I talk about fundamental, I'm not talking about checking high impact news or something like that. No, I'm not talking about that. It's beyond that. I'm talking about you understanding the fundamental bias, the general outlook of the asset you are trading. Okay, take for example oil. Okay, when you want to look at oil, you do not just want to be looking at if there is any high impact news that are going to affect oil or something like that. No, you want to understand the fundamental bias, like the general outlook, fundamentally of oil, for example. So let's say, for example, now oil. Okay, based on my analysis, okay, one thing that I've come to understand is the fact that, okay, OPEC, okay, you can see, okay, let me just read this article for you. They say oil rises, but price remains suppressed on tariff OPEC output. So there are major factors that are actually, because right now the outlook for oil is bearish, okay, for a while now. And if you look at my charts here, I've been shorting oil since that period of time. And now, why am I shorting oil? Is because of the fundamental outlook of oil. What do I mean by fundamental outlook of oil? First of all the information regarding oil is a bearish kind of information. First of all, Ukraine and Russia war, US is already siding with Russia somehow, which means that eventually US may want to lift some of the sanctions or all the sanctions placed on Russia, and that is definitely going to be some of the sanctions placed on their oil, which is going to encourage more supply of oil from Russia. That is the first thing. So that sentiment is there, it's out there. Another sentiment that is out there is the fact that there is a kind of tariff war. US is placing tariff on Mexico, is placing tariff on Canada and others. So, and these people are retaliating with their own tariff or other measures, and this brings about what we refer to as tariff war. So when there is tariff, there is inflation, which which also affect demand of oil, energy, which affect the demand of energy. So in this case, demand is being reduced, which is also a bearish bias for oil. That is the second thing. That is the second information out there. The third one is the fact that OPEC, they are planning to roll out about 2.2 million barrels of crude oil, and this is supplying more crude oil. I think they said they want to be doing it little by little. I don't know, but at least 2.2 million barrel of oil, and which they want to push out. Okay, so this is also a bearish information, because when there is supply, when there is more supply of of a commodity, then the price of that commodity is most likely going to drop, especially if the demand is low. And in this case too, the fourth information is the fact that the demand for oil is actually highly reduced too, because China, being the second largest consumer of oil, is actually having some economic issues, and their demand for oil is actually low right now. So all this being said, all this being put together, they all contribute to the fact that the general outlook of oil is bearish. There is no information that supports bullish bias right now. So as a trader, when you understand this, the next thing you want to do is you want to start looking for an opportunity to sell, because when you sell, that gives you that strong guarantee that the market is likely to go in your position. If you look at all the trade that I've taken ever since I got this information, ever since I get hold of this information, I've been selling and selling and selling and selling and selling, and right now I'm also selling crude oil. So that is how I look at my fundamental. It goes beyond, it's not just checking high impact news. I want to understand the fundamental bias of whatever asset I'm trading. So the same thing applicable gold. I've actually sold gold, sorry, I say gold, bought gold many times. If you look at it here, I've actually bought gold, okay? And recently, the recent one I bought is here, but the recent one is around there. I think I bought it, yeah, around here, yeah. This is the trade, but I closed and my SL was below here, okay? I closed the trade after this red handle candle pullback. That was when I closed the trade. I closed the trade here, and because the trade is not satisfactory, I decided to remove this thing, okay? But I still took some profit. So so that is that is the trade. And then now I'm also looking for a pullback to this particular small resistance here, and then take a buy position. No, now why have I been buying crude oil? Okay, sorry, gold. Now this is also based on fundamental outlook. Okay, first of all, when I realized that Trump is placing tariff on some countries, that tariff, definitely what Trump is actually doing to some extent, which I don't think, I don't know, maybe he's not aware, is that when you place tariff on, when you place tariff like that, the consumers are the one that actually end up suffering for, end up paying for the tariff, which means that U.S. citizens are likely to, not likely, they will be the one to suffer for the tariff that is placing on some of those imported goods. So now, this, because this will actually bring about inflation. So when I noticed that that tariff is coming, and I realized that many sectors of the market will be affected, many sectors of the market will be affected as a result of the tariff. So I run away from the equity market. Not only that, I also sense that a lot of investors will want to stay away from the equity market because of the uncertainty based on the tariff and the fact that the countries these other countries will also be doing what we refer to as retaliatory tariff, be placing some kind of retaliatory tariff or something like that. So all these things tell you that equity market may not be safe because some sectors will be affected because of this. So what do you think investors are going to do? Investors are definitely going to take their money and put it inside and put it into safe haven assets like gold. So when I got hold of that information, since that time, first of all, let's look at our stock market, which is our equity market, and see what has been happening since that issue of tariff. When it started from here, it dropped. You can see the gap down as a result of that tariff, fear of tariff. It dropped, then went up again, drop again when the fear of that tariff is renewed. Then Earnings came out, Earnings reports came out, and they pushed the market up a little bit. Then thereafter, I think after some afterwards, Trump announced the date, which is March 4, where the tariff is going to become become active, like start applying on Mexico and Canada, and that actually dropped the market. So you can see how the market has been doing because of that. Because I was aware of this information and how it's going to affect the market, I stay away from equity market. You see, ever since I took this last trade, I have not been able to take any trade. All these trades, I have not been able to take them because the market is unstable. But now, that also gives me an opportunity to trade another asset, because I know that since this market is not, the certainty in this market is not is there. I know a lot of investors will be looking for safe haven asset like gold, most especially. So I started buying gold, and that is why I've been buying gold. You can see buying gold and buying gold. Okay, this one is not influenced by it. This particular trade is not influenced by it, but this one is influenced. All these ones are influenced by gold. Despite the fact that I see my head and shoulder pattern, I didn't take it. I didn't follow sell because of the strong fundamental bias of gold being bought because of the uncertainty in the equity market. So I bought, I keep buying, I keep buying, I keep buying until now. Okay, now I'm still looking for opportunity to go long again on gold. So you can see how fundamentals play a key role in my trade. And as a matter of fact, it is because of this that most of the time most of the time I make a lot of money. If you are familiar with my YouTube, you will know that some weeks ago I said I passed my profit. I passed that profit in less than 3 weeks. These are some of the reasons why I passed. This gold trade is one of the reasons. I took a lot of gold trade and I easily passed that profit. Okay, so but I'm unable to trade the profit because I couldn't verify my this your KYC. I don't have documents to verify, so the account has been taken. So I'm not bothered actually. I just said I should mention that. Anyways, so that aside, so you can see how fundamental affect my trading decision. This is what you want to do. This is how investors, most of the people in Wall Street, that is what they do. They look at economic data. They look at the asset. They want to understand the economic data backing up the asset. Not just that you just want to be looking at technical charts alone and be doing things. You could be caught in the you could be caught unaware if you don't understand what's going on fundamentally. Now that I've explained fundamental, let me quickly put you through my technical aspect. So let me start with oil. So when you notice, okay, when you find out that your bias is bearish, in this case now, in the case of oil now, is bearish, what you want to be looking out for is oil. So when oil was there, I was actually looking for a push to the upside, and then when that push happened, I want to see not necessarily because of the fundamental bias is strong. I want to see double top like this. It is after that double top and then my RSI divergence, as you can see here, that I was able to buy this. That is my technical part of this whole thing. A push to the upside because I'm looking to sell. So I'm looking for a retracement to the upside, some kind of price action pattern, and then check my RSI for divergence, and then I want to short the trade. But because of the fact that my fundamental bias is so strong, when this push happened, I sold immediately. And and I don't usually give respect to resistance or support when in this kind of situation. So I wasn't I'm not respecting this particular support here. So that is why you see that after I sold, you can see the market broke through, and then afterwards again the market retraces and give me another double top here. You can see my double top, and then that give me another sell opportunity. The market push up again, I sold. The market push up again, I keep selling, and every period I take my money. In fact, which means that I've been selling from here all down to this particular point, because if you see, you will see that every part of that trade is being taken. Like I've been selling from here, okay, I've been selling from here to this particular point, okay, I've been selling from here to this particular. You can see, you can imagine the kind of trade I have taken on oil. That is the importance. That is what you get when you focus your attention, when you try to use fundamentals. So basically, that is what you want to do. It is after you've understand the fundamental bias, then you want to be looking in that direction. The same thing applicable to gold. If you look at my gold trade, it is when I realized that okay, gold is actually a bearish market, a bullish market right now. Like the fundamental bias is bullish. Then I started looking for buy opportunity. Here I was able to get a double bottom price action pattern and gave me a good entry. So that's here technical support. Technically, I have a reason to buy, and fundamentally too, which I've actually said. So I bought to this particular point. When I see this head and shoulder pattern that give me a bearish signal, I wasn't selling. The reason I wasn't selling, and I know a lot of people will sell here because they are seeing head and shoulder. This is the first shoulder, head, second shoulder. A lot of people will sell here, okay? But I wasn't selling because of the fundamental bias. You can see how powerful fundamental analysis is right now. So you can see that my father, this is not an impact news. That is not fundamental. You are just being careful in the market, which is okay. But in this case now, this is how you look at fundamental. You look it deeply to understand the nature, the fundamental bias of that asset. So because I understand the fundamental bias of this asset right now, I didn't sell. I was looking for a breakout of that resistance level, the neckline, and then the trend line here as a kind of technical reasons to buy. And I bought. Okay, I bought. I took my profits when it got here because I was expecting some kind of retracement. Every retracement, I just want to be buying. Every profit I want to be taking. So I bought again, and then here I waited. I think I bought twice here, and then I think I tried to buy here 2 times or about 3 times, but it kept hitting my stop loss. About 2 times here, I took some losses around here until this retracement happened, until I took the trade I said I took here. Now I'm looking for a reason to buy again, to go long, because the fundamentals still support. So now the main question here, if you've been watching this video to this point, thank God that you've not skipped, because this is the most important part. How do you get this information? How do you know? How do you do this fundamental analysis? Now, this is how you do it. The first and the most important place where you can get this information is through your trading view, and it is through this particular button. A lot of people don't know the importance of this button. A lot of people don't know how useful and how powerful it is. So when you open your chart, the first thing is you want to look at it and look at all the trade, you want to read articles that are here for you to understand what's actually going on. You can later now go on YouTube or which other place, go on YouTube or use ChatGPT to ask ChatGPT some question related to all these things. You can do that. You can now do more research to understand the fundamental bias, because those are the things I do. If you want me to do thorough video on how I do my fundamental analysis in this respect, please comment it below. Say something like that. I want you to comment, do the fundamental analysis, something like that. Just call my attention to it in the comment section. I will definitely make, if I see enough people wanting me to do that, I will definitely come with the next video explaining that. So you come here, you open this, and you read some of this information. Good is as treasury yield climb, eyes on US job data. Okay, I guess that is why we have that pullback. Good edge down even as dollar continue to weaken. Trump's following start of Trump's trade war. Dollar has been weak somehow because of the Trump trade war. Dollar has been weak, and when dollar is weak, gold is supposed to go up, but gold has not been going up. That is why they say gold edges down even as the dollar continues. If you read more information in the past, you will see where articles telling you because of the trade war, gold is seen to be the only asset, or one of the few assets that investors are buying seriously. A lot of banks, Bank of America, are actually buying gold seriously right now. So if you can click to more to see, but this is not full fundamental. I will do video on that if you comment that below. So if you look at oil, in the case of oil here, okay, in case of oil, you just come here, click here, and then you see a lot of question. Energy stock for prepare Thursday. Oil edges up from 6 month low despite rising supply and weakening economy. You can see despite rising supply and all that, which means there is more supply, and as a matter of fact, there is lower demand for oil. Okay, you can see another headline here: oil rises, but prices remain suppressed. Prices remain suppressed on tariff OPEC output hike. Tariff, which is going to, just like I've explained, how tariff is affecting the demand for energy. OPEC, how they are trying to roll out about 2.2 million barrel of oil. So all these things are, so you can see, so price try to push up, but it's been suppressed, and they are talking, and this information come regarding to the fact that the market try to, from here you can see, try to push up from here, try to push up, but the price is still suppressed. It couldn't go that much because of all this information. So that is just something that I want to call your attention to. I believe this video is helpful. If it is helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, because these are the kind of information I share with people. Okay, and if you want to take my course and become professional, become a master of this art, just like my humble self, then check the link in my bio and send me a DM on my Telegram. You see my Telegram link there. Just send me a DM on my Telegram. I will respond to that ASAP. So see you in my next video. Bye.